Hello.
Hello.
I'm Gwendolyn.
I'm Gina,
And
the
I
Willies.
Woo. Like this.
how is everybody? Oh
Ah,
my gosh.
Oh, how is your magical day?
it is a magical, amazing, magnificent life.
It
Mm,
is. It
mm,
is. It is.
mm.
Oh, I was gonna share about I went to this workshop for 5 days, and it was a mediumship workshop with like this teacher, Tony Stockwell, who's been a medium for 40 years. And I don't know if you've heard of table tilting before. And obviously we are a belief of all the magic around us and the dancing garbage cans and the talking bugs, and we're aware of all the stuff around us, but I actually witnessed witnessed like and then you think Beauty and the Beast when they're all the dressers and they're all dancing, and so we had called table tilting thing. We all got in this room. There's like 30, 40 of us. So there's still, part of you, a smaller part of you of like, it'd be so cool to witness it because I haven't. And I never really did Ouija boards. Like Ouija boards was known to be like evil and stuff. But it depends. If you want to believe in it, if it's evil, then it will show you evil. But I don't believe in evil. And so we were all in this room, and it was like, and so there's this big, huge wooden table, big, huge, round wooden table with the legs were just heavy. So you think if you have like three or four people carrying it, it'd be like clump, clump, like carry it, lift it, clump, right? And so he put on music, some nice little dancey kind of sound like old type music. We had a darker room, we had a red light, and then he would, talk to the table, and he had like maybe five or six people around the table because it was a bigger table, and just with their hands, fingers on it, lightly touching it. Women riders can now request women drivers. So then it will it start talking to the tables
All
like,
right.
okay, come on, friends, come on, friends, come on, friends, come join us. Next thing you know, this table starts moving, and the people that are on the table are like having to like, move with it, and it would go faster and faster. It was like there's like one lady even had to like fell off because she was like, okay, another person come on and try it, and they had to jump on, and I had flip flops, so I thought maybe I won't be able to even, because it was moving so fast and it was such a like this big table. And then he's like, okay, let's try this little table, and so we had this little table, and we were sitting on it because it was low, and it started kind of going back and forth. Like it didn't do round thing, but it was going back and forth, and he'd be like, come on, friends, talking, come join us. And then there was this other little tall one that kind of went up to my waist. And so I joined that one. I stood up and joined it. And he, same thing, was like, but this one doesn't go around it because I think it had two legs. So it would more like did the wobbles, like dance, 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 dance. And so I was just holding it, and then I'd be like talking to it, and it would be like, I was like, come on, let's go for a walk. Come on, let's go for a walk. Let's go. And then it would just be like, boop, 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 boop. And I found myself like backing up. I had to move the chairs behind me because it was like kept coming. I thought it was gonna back me up into a chair and it was gonna sit on my lap. It almost felt like it had this like dog energy, and I was talking to it like, "Oh, come on, you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? You know what?" Oh, now my dog's looking at me now, like same thing. And this table was just like boom, boom, boom. Like I witnessed it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And it was so fun that it was like. And then afterwards, then they had like five people sit around and him, and I guess he kind of used it as, make getting messages from the spirit world or whatever, and it would kind of like talk to it nicely and get into that place of like who's coming through, and the table would actually like lift up, lift down. So it'd be like yes would lift up once, and if it's a no, it would lift up twice. But it's such a big table that it's not like you'd have to hold it up and go like this with a few people because of that, but it would do it on its own, up, down, and we were all around it. So we were all like, okay, who's coming through? Are you male? Are you female? And they'd be like, yes, no. And then we, are you like for somebody here, like, and then it'd be, who are you here for? And then we get the letters and it would start like, A, B, C, and then when we get to the letter, it would stop. So it took a little bit sometimes to get the message, but it'd be very easy because if you get to like M, I, C, then you're like, are you Michael? And then it'd be like, yes or no, and then you think of another name. But it was like, there was like, we ended up having like 3 or 4 different people come through with different messages. One for a lady in the room, 2 ladies in the room, and then one was just even just a person that was missing. But it was like, still knowing that he was okay, but it was just like getting the information because I guess being a medium, you have the responsibility to share that, right? And it's more of for the humans, right? Not because when you pass, we know we're in this love energy, but it's like just more for the humans that are left behind and wanting to know information. But I don't know. I just was like, never witnessed it before. And I thought, wow, this just opens up more things. Like, yeah, these dancing tables, like dancing whatever you want.
So do you think the red light helped? Because someone was saying that maybe that helped align the frequencies or something.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's whatever you believe. Like maybe that's just how he did it and it worked for him really well. Like,
Mhm.
maybe he's tried different things and that's what, or maybe that's what he was taught or something, but I don't know. It just that feeling of knowing, like we know there's this world, like magical world. We know, like okay, the dancing garbage cans, we don't physically see them, do, 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 but it was like, I'm physically seeing them move and dance. Like, holy wow. It was like the energy in the room all the way home when I left there and I had like what a 45-minute drive. I was just like, oh my God, I had to call somebody, be like, blah, 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 this happened. Oh my God, it was just like so excited, like a kid in a candy store. It was just
How
like,
did it feel when it was happening?
it was just like you're just there on the edge of your seat, just like memorized about like, wow, like this is possibilities, right? It opens up more possibilities of what we can create with what we believe, right? I mean, I could think like I could, get a table and play with it without maybe, do I need a red light? Maybe if I just talk to it nice and you know what I mean? Have a relationship with
Yeah.
it. Like you
Were
do
other people talking to the table as well, or just you?
everybody was. So like we were in
Mhm.
this room and then everybody around were like, are you at, everybody was doing the A, B, C. So it was like all this energy in the room. So it was like, I think 40 of us, right? So it was all this energy and it's like, talk to the, like, come on. And like, there's like 3 people or 4 people around different tables, 5. And we're like, come on, let's go, let's dance. So we're all like talking nicely and being friends. And then they feel safe to come in or feel whatever to come in. And it's just like, when it first moved, it was like, are you doing that? Are you doing that? But you're not because you can see their hands. They're just like this. And he's like, you could tell he's not moving it, right? How can he move the table? And then he got off it and then there was other people on it. So it was like, I don't know. I've never seen that before, but it was amazing. It's just like, wow.
And this is like, I remember when you first mentioned this, and I went and I was like, what's my reference point? And like the pendulum that you're wearing around your neck. And I'm like, well, I have no like I use a pendulum and that can move
Yeah.
according to like a response, right? So, okay. And I've even used like my pendulum has not been on me or something. And I just kind of
Oh.
want that, there's like a certain energy of like, I want to see something that agrees with what I know is coming through me, right? So I'll use my keys or something, and it does. I mean, it's just like, so I had that awareness, and I'm like, oh, but somehow this is like the next step of really understanding that it's all of our energy, right? Like it's all energy, because now, like we've done it through the third eye, I saw all the trash cans dancing and all this, awesomeness.
Yeah.
And then over the summer, I had the plants, like my bamboo, coming when I was talking to it, and it was reaching towards me,
Yep.
type thing. So, and then of course we talk to our dogs and we talk to people and we talk to our vehicles, right? We talk to our vehicles.
Yes.
Most of us have named our vehicles.
Yes.
Somehow, though, this just like expanded this awareness of like all of creation, like all of creation, we're in communication with it at all times, and it's all our energy, and it's like, how limitless can you believe everything is? And of course we're all in agreement that we want to have the most magical limitless universe, right? We want to have the Disney experience. Not everyone wants to have the fairy tale, right? But we the three of us I know are in agreement with like, yeah, magic carpet, let's ride, baby.
And that's it. Maybe that's
Yeah.
that's also another part of our retreat too. Like, when we hire the Sparkle Girls, it's like bringing in these possibilities. Like, sure, let's
Exactly.
put a few little tables in the room. Let's see if like maybe we don't even have to put our fingers on them. We could just the three of us dance around in the room, and these tables just dance with us, like the Beauty and the Beast, right? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it
wow.
just
Like part of
expands
the
you more into this limitlessness that we each are.
that eternal romance with yourself.
Yeah, like it's you having that, it's the love within you and everything's mirrored back to you. So if I'm dancing, then everything else can be dancing with me, like
Yeah.
because it's it's whatever the particles of creation, right? So from here to everywhere, so everywhere in this room and to over there and beyond, it's like what else is here in these particles? Well, isn't
Yeah.
there like all my loved ones around here and angels and guides and like the energy, like that one time when I was at feel that um that nutcracker at that person's house, and it was in the other room, and I was like, I'm feeling this thing in the front, like it wants to be out front, and it was a nutcracker, and I was describing all, and she's like, it's up in the room, and I'm like, well, like, how did I feel this thing, this wooden thing that was built like looked like it was a nutcracker, but it was humongous, and it was in front of the foyer like for years, and she finally just put it away like 2 months prior to that, and I was like, I could feel its energy out there, and I could describe it. How do I describe a thing?
Yeah.
What? Like, well,
Yeah.
these tables are made up. Could I get this nutcracker to dance with me too? Like,
Yeah. And
it wants to come out and dance.
you know what I love what you said when Gwendolyn asked, how did it feel when the tables were moving around? And you said something like, it felt like I was on the leading edge of creation.
Yes.
Like Abraham
That's it.
Hicks says, I like how much in alignment is that with the truth of who you are? When you feel like, oh my God, I am on the leading edge. Like
We
how
had,
good is that?
and we talked in our other store, like, are we in the parking lot of Disneyland? Are we in Disneyland? No, we're in Disneyland. So if we're in
Yes.
Disneyland, we're creating all the
Yes.
kids around us, right? Disneyland is all
Exactly.
about all the movies. So now if Beauty and the Beast comes true, what about the other ones? So are we
Yeah.
gonna meet the smoking caterpillar on the mushroom? You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
and Giovanna, I was talking with Karen, who was mentioning the vision that you had when you met on Vancouver Island or Victoria Island, Vancouver Island, about her son's shirt. And you came to her and you said, it's a rock shirt. And you thought it was like a rock and roll like
Yeah.
slogan of a band.
Yeah.
And it's this precious shirt that she has that she puts under her pillow. She never moves it ever. But she brought it to this one gathering. She had it there with her. And it was about a mine. It was a rock shirt because it was about mining rocks out of the
Yes.
ground. And there's always this little inside joke that they put so that you would have to know it's them. You would have to know that it's not just random. They like put their stamp on it saying, this is magic. Don't miss the fact that this is completely magic. And that's what I love about this table tilting that you did. There's nothing rational. There's no way to explain it physically at
Yeah.
all.
Yep.
And
And
yet
there's
here it
no
is.
reason to do it other than just to have fun and like blow your mind open into other
And that's it.
possibilities.
It's like
I love that.
like-
Yes.
it's like a puzzle, like me thinking the Nutcracker, like how amazing, like in my body did I feel that I'm like, how could I feel or see this Nutcracker out there, and then it being in the closet, like I just put it in the closet, and then having 4 of us women witness me, like, but then her son, it was like, because I was like, it was coming through, and all I seen was, I had the picture of Marissa wearing her rock shirt because Marissa always loved her rock shirt. So it's like, how can Joanna interpret the shirt that I'm trying to tell you? Marissa wore rock shirts all the time. So when I said, I see a rock shirt, like, I'm going to say rock and roll. I didn't say rock. For some reason, I didn't say rock and roll. I said, I'm seeing a rock shirt because I think Marissa wearing her rock and roll shirts, but Metallica and all those. So I just said rock. But it still came out for her to understand what it was.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it didn't matter.
and then you're like,
Yeah.
what? So it's like, and then like I was sitting at that table too. It was kind of like, I didn't even know what I was going to say. It just, Karen was sitting beside me. I didn't even know her from, I guess she's been on the council telling her story, and I had no idea who she was. It was the first time I met her. I knew the other 2 ladies, like Fiona and Sharon, but it was all of a sudden I just kept getting this nudge. It was like, say it. I'm like, nope, say it. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm saying. And first it started like, do you have a twin? And then I was just, I don't even know what I was saying, but it went from there, and then it went to, the son, like it just sort of went from like, because it's kind of like a detective, like, is this to this? Oh, okay, there we go. And then, because I didn't know about the son, and then it went to that, and I was just like, oh. But it's funny how when I'm doing my mediumship, certain ones that come through, especially children, I find, like, because the energy, because when I first walked into that room with all of them, and that's the first time I met Karen, I walked in and I'm like, hello, like, here's like, and I'm in the house, and I come in like a tornado, and then I was just like, wait, was your son kind of like, like a party kind of thing? And she's like, yep, he was always coming into the room, and you knew he was there, and it was just like, you kind of wonder sometimes, why you're, why we're at certain places at certain times, you know what I mean? And you're just
Yeah.
like,
Like here,
love
right
it.
now. Like you, right here.
I can have
Love
my
it.
rocks dancing with me.
Oh, fun! Your heart rock.
Table, heart rock.
You shine so
Beautiful.
bright.
Have a
Because
little one
everything
here.
makes sense, right? Oh,
Well,
your bird.
I don't. I'm surprised I don't have a rock around me. I normally
Oh,
do.
your plants. My plants dancing with me.
Nice.
Sparkle, sparkle.
I'll dance with my coffee cup or whatever it's called. Do. My teacup. My dancing teacup.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Best line ever. Whatever you want.
Best line ever.
Whatever you want it to
The edge of creation. At the edge of
Yeah.
creation.
We are Disneyland. Woo!
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Be
Yeah.
it.
Love you.